Friends, in the last class we were discussing the formation of sentences. I am really happy that you have reached this level where you can independently read simple sentences. Here I have put 5 different sentences speaking about one particular object, and that is Yanai. Yanai is an elephant, you know that. I have given a few sentences describing this elephant, describing Yanai. யானை ஒரு பெரிய விலங்கு. All these words are known to you except this விலங்கு. யானை elephant, ஒரு one, பெரிய big, விலங்கு. விலங்கு is animal. யானை ஒரு பெரிய விலங்கு. Elephant is a big animal. யானை ஒரு விலங்கு. Elephant is an animal. யானை ஒரு பெரிய விலங்கு. Elephant is a big animal. Now you find two nouns in this sentence, and these two form the adjective for this noun. யானை ஒரு பெரிய விலங்கு is a complete sentence. Again I would like to insist that a sentence in Tamil has a noun, an interrogation or a verb as a predicate. In this sentence you don't have a verb as such, but you have a predicate. யானை ஒரு பெரிய விலங்கு is a complete sentence. யானை is the subject and it is predicated with விலங்கு. The next sentence is அது மனிதனுக்கு உதவுகிறது. அது மனிதனுக்கு உதவுகிறது. Here you know this word adu. Adu is third person singular neuter gender. That's what we learnt all these days. Now I am using it as a pronoun for the elephant. Adu, the pronoun. Adu, யானை. மனிதனுக்கு, மனிதன் you know. We have already come across this word. Manidan, a man. And this is dative case. மனிதனுக்கு, மனிதன் with a dative case marker. மனிதனுக்கு, to the man, உதவு. உதவு, to help. கிரு, tense marker, present tense. அது, personal suffix. This adu is the personal suffix of the subject of the sentence adu. Third person singular neuter gender, so naturally adu is the personal suffix. Kiru is the present tense symbol. Udavu is to help. Udavu plus kiru plus adu, உதவுகிறது. அது மனிதனுக்கு உதவுகிறது. It helps the man. This is the Tamil structure. In English you don't have any case. It helps a man. You don't have a case. It is indirect. Here it is direct. Manidanukku, to the man. it helps the man. The next sentence is நாம் அதற்கு உணவு கொடுக்கிறோம். நாம் அதற்கு உணவு கொடுக்கிறோம். I think this is the only word which you do not know. உணவு means food. நாம், you know that, first person plural. அதற்கு, again you have the dative case here. Can you dissect this? Can you find out what are the components of this particular word? It is அது plus dative case marker ku, you get a suffix. To combine these two, it becomes adan plus ku, and this undergoes a change to accommodate a hard sound. So, adarku is adu with the dative case marker. Adarku, adu is a pronoun for yanai. So, நாம் அதற்கு, we to it, உணவு food, கொடு to give. You have come across this word. கொடு, kiru, present tense marker. Om, person suffix for first person plural. Nam is first person plural. So, the person suffix for nam is om. Kodukirom, we give food to it. Nam, we, kodukirom, give, unavu, food, adarku, to it. We give food to it. I have used a pronoun with a dative case. Here I have used the dative case with a noun. This is a pronoun and this is a noun. நாம் அதற்கு உணவு கொடுக்கிறோம். Next sentence. அது கரும்பை தின்கிறது. அது கரும்பை தின்கிறது. அது, the pronoun. யானை, you replace the pronoun with the noun. Then it becomes யானை. அது கரும்பை தின்கிறது. கரும்பு is sugarcane. I have added the second case, accusative case marker here, I. அது கரும்பை தின்கிறது. Tin, to eat. அது கரும்பை தின்கிறது. Again, tin, to eat. Kiru, present tense marker. Adu, the person suffix for the subject adu. Tingiradhu. Adu karumbai tingiradhu. It eats the sugarcane. Next sentence. Adu வெல்லத்தையும் தேங்காயையும் தின்கிறது. அது வெல்லத்தையும் தேங்காயையும் தின்கிறது. அது தின்கிறது. It eats. This word is familiar. We have seen it earlier on. அது தின்கிறது. In the previous sentence, we saw அது கரும்பை தின்கிறது. It eats the sugarcane. Now, I am adding two more words to this verb eat. வெல்லத்தையும் தேங்காயையும் தின்கிறது. You have to observe these two words. What are they? Vellam is the word. It is jaggery. Made out of sugar cane. This is the word vellam. With this, I have added the accusative case marker I. See this? Vellam plus I. This word ends with So naturally, it takes a suffix attu. So, vellattai. Vellam is the word. I added the case marker I to it. Because it ends with it takes another suffix attu. Vellam plus attu, vellattu plus I, vellattai. Again, I have used a conjunction here. Conjunction is You remember? Vellattai plus Now, I want you to remember what we did in the case of conjunction. Whenever a conjunction is added, conjunction is added to a word ending with e and I, you get a semi-vowel. Whenever the conjunction is added to a word ending with e and I, a semi-vowel appears. This word ends with I, vellattai. You add the conjunction This ends with I and here is a vowel. So, naturally, you get a semi-vowel. That is the rule we found earlier. So, vellattai plus becomes vellattayum. Vellattayum. Adu vellattayum tingirathu. This is a conjunction and also serves as a function to mention something that has gone earlier. Adu karumbai tingirathu. It eats the sugar cane. Adu vellattayum tingirathu. It eats the jaggery also. Here the conjunction functions as also. And another word Tengai coconut. I add I. So, this becomes Tengayai. And with this, I add is the conjunction. Because there are two words, two nouns are mentioned, you need a conjunction. And conjunction is added to both the words, unlike in English. So, here again, this ends with I. So, naturally, you have a semi-vowel brought in. Tengayai yum. You find it here. Tengai is the word. Accusative case marker is I. So it becomes Tengayai. I add the conjunction and the semi-vowel appears in between because of the ending of this word. The ending with I. Tengayai plus தேங்காயையும் தின்கிறது. அது வெல்லத்தையும் தேங்காயையும் தின்கிறது. அது, the elephant, eats jaggery and the coconut also. So, in these 5 sentences, you have a picture of an elephant, a description first. It functions as a friend of the man, its eating habits, the things it eats, and also the structure we have learned by this. The structure is, a sentence is complete in its sense. It has a subject and a predicate. It has the case endings also. The verbs have the tense markers and the person suffix. The case markers are the accusative case and the dative case. We have made use of a noun first and then a pronoun. We have made use of the case endings with a noun and also with a pronoun, and thus these 5 sentences give you an idea of what we have learnt all these days, that is words, conjunctions, case markers, tense markers, and now they are framed sentences. We have framed sentences on elephant. So, these are all simple sentences having all the things you have learned so far. So, now I would request you to take up small books which are available in your area and try to read them. Do not bother whether you understand the meaning correctly or not. Even if you do not understand the meaning, it does not matter. First of all, develop the habit of reading. While reading, pronounce the letters correctly and fully, because whenever you have these case markers, there is always a chance of the case markers being left out. So, read openly and try to read fast. So, this reading habit will give you the benefit of recognizing the nouns and the verbs and the way they have been put in a sentence. We took up the study of cases. We did the accusative case and then the dative case, and lastly the genitive case. Accusative case is called second case in Tamil, and for case the word in Tamil is, I did mention that case is called Vetrumai. Second is an adjectival form, a numerical adjective. Irandu is a number. When you want to make it a numerical adjective, you add am. So it becomes Irandam, meaning second. So second case is Irandam Vechumai. Dative case is Nangam Vechumai. Dative. And genitive case is Aram Vechumai. Aru is 6. Aram Vechumai. So we have studied Irandam Vechumai, accusative case. We have also learnt Nangam Vechumai, dative case. And finally, Aram Vechumai, the genitive case. As you have in English, in Tamil also we have 8 cases. So, we have to study 3 more cases. Third case, that is instrumental case. Fifth case, that is ablative case. Seventh case, that is locative case. First case is nominative case. It doesn't have any case marker. First case is a nominative case and called Mudal Vetrumai. Mudal itself means first. Mudal Vetrumai, nominative case, it does not have any case marker. So, we didn't study it separately. The eighth case, it's called Yettam Vetrumai. Yettu is 8. Yettam Vetrumai, eighth case is vocative. It also doesn't have any case marker. So, we did not take it up along with these other cases. Now, we have to concentrate upon the third case, instrumental case, fifth case, ablative case, seventh case, locative case. Instrumental case. By the name itself, you will know that it is instrumental for something. It is instrumental to get a thing done. It is instrumental in getting things done. So, the case markers are, I am giving you all, but I will be using only the popular ones in my examples. These are the case markers. Troubled to study all these. I will reduce them, don't worry. All stands for by or with. I am giving you the meaning. On also means the same. This on is used mostly in literature. So we can forget this. Vodu and vodu and wooden. All the three mean together with or along with. All the three mean together with or along with. Here, vodu has a short vowel, vodu has a long vowel. Vodu and vodu. Vodu again is more used in literature. Vodu is more popular and wooden is also popular. So, we will be studying only these two. So, out of these 5, I have reduced them to 3. So, on, vodu, wooden will be taking up for the instrumental case. Can you know? I add all with this, what will happen? This is a 2-lettered word ending with a consonant. So, naturally the consonant gets doubled. So, this will become kannal. With the eyes. We look with the eyes. We see with the eyes. The next we see in the next class.